because that's what I'm used to.
Yes.
So that's going to be the main difference for me, just to see how this blistering heat's also going to be affecting them. I mean, it's only the start of the competition. It's only the start of the competition, so it's only starting to heat up, but I imagine as
Yes.
the competition goes on, it gets warmer. Maybe there's other things that kind of that come into it. But
And
yeah,
also, speaking of the competition, we'll be starting with the best of one stages as always. If this goes to a tie, it will remain as a tie. There will be no overtimes for this group stage. But yeah, speaking of the best of ones, we also have our first veto of the day, and we have
interesting.
ourselves an Anubis game. And we should probably introduce the first team as well. The first
Yeah,
team of the day is going to be AIMERLEGION versus Project SNOOZE. Now, we picked this game because that is Seed 2 versus Seed 3 of the group. So this should probably be the closest and hopefully spiciest game of this morning.
yeah, I think that's why we picked it. We want a close one for the first matchup. And these two teams, I think Aim Legion, we're probably more familiar with the players on that side, but as far as the two teams go, they are relatively even Stevens.
Hmm.
Both of them have attempted UKSC Masters
Mm-hmm.
just this week gone. Second, third round outed on most of them. So I mean, the same like kind of achievements wise, they're on the same level. But
Sure.
Aim Legion's a bit more puggy. It's not the full team today. They've got two of their core roster, and then we've got an appearance from Archer Ace, and also Wolfie, who is a bit of a veteran as well. So
Yes.
that
As a professional unk myself,
yeah.
that's the name that I immediately recognised. I think what Scottish Wolfie used to play back on Endpoint Academy in 2021. He's here now, 5 years later, playing on AIMERLEGION. Close enough to Gamer Legion. You know, I'd call that career progression. But up against Project Snooze, well, I have to say that is my favourite name so far, Chippo Hippo. That's quite a
Chipper,
solid,
yeah.
it's a solid name coming in. But aside from the namesake, as you said, they look quite similar in terms of performance, in terms of player caliber. You asked me before this game, do you have any predictions? I'm going to be cheeky. I'm going to throw the question at you
Oh
first.
no, you can't do the Uno reverse. For me, yeah. So I mean, Project Snooze are a relatively new team.
Hmm.
They're up there, in terms of face it, Elo. They're on the relatively like same level as a team, whereas Aim Legion's a bit of a mix.
Sure,
So I'm expecting more individual performances from Aim Legion, but Project Snooze,
sure.
I'm maybe looking for more of a team performance from them. So it's a LAN. I think typically at LANs, pugs do well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was confident from Project Snooze, but I think Aim Legion was my gut feeling.
You know
So
what?
I'm
I'll side with you on that, but I
yeah.
have heard that the game is ready, so I'm going to throw us into Anubis, where we have the first game of EPIC48.
Yeah, Anubis, I kind of wasn't expecting. I was expecting Ancient, because it's kind of across the board the map that these guys are playing a lot recently. But yeah, Anubis is a bit of a curveball for me, and it's also the one map that I probably don't like as much. I'll be real. I'm not too.
Well, don't worry, because I am a big Anubis enjoyer. I almost cried when they took it out of the map pool
Yeah.
a year or two ago. I'm very pleased to see that it's back. I think most people know by now it's got one critical difference. They changed the position of the window in middle, and
In
it
this
means
box, yeah.
it means
as
the
well.
CTs can now peek down towards the stairs, which means water control can be fought for just that little bit earlier on into the round. I don't think we know what side the teams are starting on yet. I'm assuming this is just warm up still. We've got to have a knife round to decide who starts on which side. But when we find that out, it's still one of the more T-sided maps in the pool. And as you said, teams tend to be a little bit puggier. So I think whoever starts on this T-side will have a decent advantage coming in.
Yeah, I do wonder. I mean, it's a best of one, so
Mm.
you're gonna have to emphasize the importance of starting on the right side,
Yes.
especially at 10 o'clock in the morning as well.
I know a few of these players might have had a couple of drinks last night as well. So the 10 a.m. game, I'm going to call it the warm-up game. This is where everyone sort of gets a feel for the server again, dust off the hangover, and well, it's going to be fun. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be fun watching how they come into their own element.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's not the first time we'll see Aim Legion today. We've got them later on, I think in round 4. But yeah, this is group stage, so I mean, this isn't the
Yes.
end of the road for these two teams. These guys are probably going to be using this match, like you say, as an opportunity to warm up, opportunity to play against each other, and
But it
yeah,
would be good to get off to like a nice 1-0 start though.
of
Because
course, yeah.
am I correct in saying there's 7 teams per group, so it's 6 best of ones today? And so getting off to a win in your first best of one, that's a nice confidence builder for these guys.
It's good momentum too. It might be the top 3 of each group that go through to playoffs. So there is some room for error. So there's not so much pressure on this first game. But like you say, I think momentum's important. And yeah, I guess all that remains is to see what becomes of the game as it shapes up.
And I also wouldn't say there's not like a super underdog in this game, because as we said, it is C2 and C3. This is the closest kind of game we can get. If you can take down an opponent of this similarity to yourself, as we said, momentum building, confidence building, and the knife round as well, well, it's going to be quite important, as we said. Starting on that T side is preferable, and it's going to be AIMERLEGION to be able to decide if that's what they would like to do as they take the opening knife round of the day.
Now, with poker teams, where's the practice? Where's the, like, yeah, it's like half the team are like, yo, I love T side. Another team are like, other half of the team are like, they like CT side. So how do you decide that? Well, it looks like they
go in CT, actually.
They're going CT?
Okay. I respect it from AIMERLEGION. It's definitely less T-sided than it used to be, so I do understand this decision making. They are also going to go for double flashes on the CT. Oh, are they maybe going for a bit of an aggressive play here?
It could be. We'll see. I mean, it's 10 air antics, so
I'm letting you coin that catchphrase. That's
yeah. Bit of a stack towards B. We've got 2 up towards mid as well, but actually T-side is split the map, so it could leave their B-side a bit weaker on T-side. Oh, they're just trading back and forth for now. Annika's looking towards site. Actually, they take water control. And actually, looking at a B execute, they're going to be able to get onto site fast enough, but I think they've actually read it a little bit. Yeah.
No, it was a B fake for the T side, allowing them to waltz into a completely open A. Now, there is a game of trades again here. 3 versus 3. This one could lean either side. On the bomb site itself, we've got Snow now watching in from the heaven position. He's holding the cross down, but Archer Ace will stay alive for now. They need to find these kills, and they need to find them quickly. The CTs are overwhelming. Wesley catches Snow, Jumza and Annika. 1 back of Piso, leaving just Archer Ace in the 1 versus 2. 10 HP on the back of him now. Peeking through with the USP. Spots the man behind the pillar, but hold on a minute, where's the bomb? There's plenty of time left, and it looks like they're making a gamble all the way to the other side of the map.
And he's chasing right after them. I mean, Archer Ace is low, he's 10 HP, so you hope not much there. Yeah, there it is. That's the final kill. And I mean, on site right there, they're all coming in from mid, and you've got the T's kind of split out between sites, so it's really hard for them to kind of get a hold on the round as well. So as soon as they make it onto site there, it's completely in their hands to win. So yeah, beautiful play from Project SNOOZE for me. It was good pistol rounds, and hopefully they can convert that.
Yeah, the CTs were in the right position for trading, but the crossfires were just too much to handle. And I don't know if it was necessary for them to do a little around the world, sending a man to B with the bomb. I feel like the 2v1 was enough of an advantage for them to win it there and then. I mean, not that they would have known Archer Ace was only 10 HP, but they should have known they'd done a little bit of damage to him. But AIMERLEGION now doing a full-on mid-rush, and Annika is going to be very pleased that him and Chippo Hippo can farm up a couple of USB frags. There
oh my god!
It's a lovely spray down, and that is what I like to call a cash builder.
That's
round.
the Chippo Hippo that you've been looking for.
That is my Chippo Hippo right there. Well, very clean second round.
Yeah, I've 4 AKs, 1 SMG, and just a clean board. So you know, this is well and truly in the back.
Kill in round 2.
Oh,
that's a good
I
start.
didn't even pick up on that. I was too busy focusing on economy.
Well, I mean, speaking of economy, that is a lot of bonus cash. And the best part is there was no real fight. Did they even lose a single person there?
They didn't, no. I think Chippo came close, but he was the one in the main firing line of 3 USPs. Mowed them down.
$1,500 for a knife kill, if I'm not mistaken. So that's big money for armor, for utility. Yeah, they're padding their economy.
Yeah, good economy on one side, completely depleted on the other. They obviously that second round going into USPs are going to be able to get a full meal in now. Can AIMERLEGION turn it round and try and kind of cut into this momentum that SNOOZE have got early on?
Well, they've got a small advantage in this round because Chippo Hippo is stuck on a Mac 10. We got Snow on a Galil as well as Hoji. So a little bit of a bonus pie here for Project SNOOZE. If you've got the weapons, there's no need to upgrade. But yeah, AIMERLEGION, not a huge belt of utility left already. Got a couple of Molotovs to stop a push. Only a single smoke grenade though. I would say smoke grenades are definitely one of the more important pieces of utility, especially for a map like Anubis. But Project SNOOZE in the meantime...
Mid's just open.
Yeah, they're looking like they're going for a cheeky A split here, and as you said, there was no mid defender to stop them. This is looking really good for Project SNOOZE.
Leak flashed out. Chipper's going to get the first one with the MAC-10. It's traded back, but numbers advantage to Project SNOOZE. AIMERLEGION are going to have no entry into sight. Bomb goes down, and it's a 2v4.
AIMERLEGION, this is looking like an impossible round, but I think they want to go for it regardless, and they do find the opening kill, but it's a swift trade back from ROG. Now just Westy left in the 1 versus 3, and it's the wild Westy out there. I feel like he might have to retreat because Project SNOOZE have just done more than enough.
This is also the 2K YOLO player.
Okay, it's his big moment. It's his time to shine. There is a 1,000 elo gap between Westy and Chippo Hippo, which is quite significant when it comes to
That's going to encourage the save if ever. I don't know. Yeah, I think there's just not really much to be gained from going there. So conserve the resources, conserve the weapons. You're already low on funds. That loss bonus is going to be racking up now. But yeah, they're going to need a bit of a fight to come back from the start of this game. But I think we kind of expect T-side to really take that advantage early on. So maybe it's something to pay dividends later for AIMERLEGION.
Yeah, I mean, winning that pistol, winning a pistol is always important, but piggybacking off of that momentum, and also AIMERLEGION overlooking mid entirely. That was a good point that you raised. They do have a couple of players here now, and those 5.7s at close range can be gnarly. He spots the barrel, but doesn't land the headshot, and with that, it will be, is it Jamesar? Jamesar to find the
Jamesar, I'd imagine.
Jamesar with the opening kill there, as Leak goes exploring in towards water, but won't see Snow. He's just lurking around towards carpets here. The rest of his squad, though, they have pulled back from mid despite finding that opening kill, I'm assuming because they're a little bit worried about running into a pistol stack.
Yeah, it was just the one man in mid for now, and they've kind of split. Typically, you hope for, like, on eco rounds, try and convert into a weapon, maybe turn it into more kills, try and steal something back. But yeah, right now, AIMERLEGION just kind of waiting to see where that noise starts to come in. It looks like it is going to be execute for them. The flash is coming in now, and they're going to be well poised. It's a 3v2, and the actual nade's going to take down Jamesar on entry. The trade comes back onto Archerace. Wolfie's just going to get shot through the smoke. Okay, goodbye to him. And yeah, nice, comfortable sight.
Yeah.
Should be easy to defend.
Is a very clean execute on in. They do die to the nade on the entry with Jamesar. But Westy now actually going for this, despite having, again, a weapon he could save on over. He's put himself in a very dangerous position. And okay, nade comes on in, but it doesn't do anywhere near enough damage for a kill. They know exactly where he is now. I reckon they'd be inclined to hunt because they have quite a good bit of spare bank balance on Project SNOOZE. And as Westy tucks into a corner, it will be Hoji to start this hunt. Snow coming on in as well. I'd be surprised if they don't find him. They find him, but it doesn't go too well. I take it back. There we now, no weapon save for the CT side. And 4 over Project SNOOZE, which is another reason why I was a little bit surprised AIMERLEGION started on the CT side by choice.
Yeah, they're not looking too confident with the things that Project SNOOZE are kind of throwing at them. But yeah, I think it's right now AIMERLEGION just trying to find some stability in this game. Like, they haven't really had too much of a comfortable kind of position so far. We've got Westy on the AWP now. All the funds have gone into that. Example gets a nice pick onto Snow, and CT take water control, but there's a rotation over to B. A bit of a lurk towards mid as well for any stragglers.
I feel like that's the first opening kill that AIMERLEGION have found.
Yeah.
Possibly this game. So That's at least a nice start for them. And they finally have an AWP. They got Westy trained in towards... Oh, no.
Oh, the timing.
The
Okay.
timing is so unfortunate, but that's a really nice swing from Leak to capitalize on the T's missed AWP shot. Chipper Hooper there to trade, so still a man advantage for the CT side. I was going to say it could have been a lot worse. But that is a lovely stuff from Wolfie. It is looking disastrous in this round for Project Snooze, and Westy with the perfect timing to peek on in. Annika goes down, and finally AIMERLEGION on the board with what I would say is a very nice round.
Yeah, almost catching a bit of timing and main there, but the door just completely shut in their face. Like no space whatsoever to work with. We had that kind of aggressive water push mid that got the first pick, and then they were to just kind of. It was a 3-stack on B from CT, and they just mowed them down. It wasn't even really anything to speak about. It was gunned down.
Yeah, it was a really nice information play from the CTs. They change up the
Westy!
pace, and Westy, it's a full blinded AWP kill onto Hoji. He did not stand a chance. Excellent timing there on the trigger, meaning it's another opening kill for AIMERLEGION as they really start to get themselves digging a little deeper into the game now.
Annika, team captain, looking for something mid, push Westy away, but actually has a bit of a gap in the smoke to work with. And almost catches someone again blinded. That Leak peak is going to take down again. I mean, yeah, that's Project Snooze dropping like flies. Where has this come from?
I don't know. It's just been an absolute resurgence. That one round, clearly, all of the confidence builders that they needed. As now it's just Jameser and Chippo Hippo. Again, great name, but not a great situation to be thrust into. 2 versus 5. And the T's, well, there's nothing they can really do. I guess a save is probably on the cards. AIMERLEGION, they're starting to build up a bit of a bank balance themselves along with this momentum. So again, things weren't looking good at the start of this map, but now I'd say things have swung heavily in their favour.
Yeah, so pretty classic kind of conversion from the pistol rounds. And now AIMERLEGION have got 2 rounds back for themselves. They're looking to probably get some momentum in this first half to try and equalize and get back into the game. Wolfie going to take down Chippo as he plants, and it's so weird. You can go from looking like really strong to just completely lost like Project Snooze do now. AIMERLEGION, what a turnaround, and let's see if they can convert that into just more rounds.
Yeah, I'm hoping we have a close game here. In fact, we were both hoping for a close game as our opener of the day. There's a reason we chose the closest seeded match that we possibly could have. But yeah, I respect the idea of Chippo Hippo just going for a cheeky bomb plant there. He was hoping there was only 2 defenders towards A. No, Westy, as you said, despite being the lowest rated player, lowest elo player, his AWPing has been instrumental in this AIMERLEGION comeback. And as you said, he is the top fragger.
Top frag, and also AWPing blinded as well. Oh, he's actually got the entire team in his crosshairs. Isn't able to make that first shot connect. Smokes away for safety. He's going to continue to hold that angle. It's a very strong place to hold there on A site, especially with the AWP. So they're not going to be feeling too confident. Wouldn't be surprised.
A leg there, actually. Hoji low, an example. He's coming from behind them. Already 2 down. Annika manages to stabilize things, but Chippo Hippo is a tickle from death. And it's still a man advantage for AIMERLEGION. It's looking so good again for the CT side. Archer Ace a little bit cheeky there. Bags the dropped AK without taking too much of a response from the T side guys. James are looking to upgrade his own weapon here from the MAC-10. It's not very good for long distance fights like this. He needs to be careful. And Chippo Hippo ensures that his teammate both stays alive and the numbers even up.
Yeah, that's going to give him a bit of confidence towards water control. And they are going to be looking towards A. Westy actually gets caught by some bullets. They've got some space onto site now. They're waiting for that rotation to come through. That's going to be Westy or Leak heading over.
Yeah, Leak coming to join the pack with this attempted retake here, and they are all going to be attempting from the same angle. But Project Snooze. Okay, Chippo Hippo, I don't even know how he finds that headshot, but now it's just pandemonium up in towards heaven. They don't realize all 3 of them are there. Down to a 1 versus 1 now, as Annika peeks back across, but it's Wolfie to seal the deal. The fuse will come in, and Project Snooze, I feel like they could have taken that round, but they go for a very strange play of stacking everyone towards camera. Somehow Chippo Hippo gets the opener there, but they cannot win despite the advantage. And again, the AIMERLEGION comeback train continues.
That's such a roller coaster around. You had 2 kills early in water. Completely kind of lost control of their like opener. Luckily Westy didn't get a pick with the AWP. That would have been even worse for them. And they still somehow made it onto site and just decided to push up instead of just try and go for kills. Is it? I don't know what the decision making was there.
But were clear in space, but I was surprised they all chose camera as their destination.
Yeah, and it was good of AIMERLEGION to give them that space. I mean,
It gave them an advantage on the retake, and they made it look, well, I would say maybe not clean, but it was fun action at least in towards heaven. But Example has just outflanked the entire A site hit of Project SNOOZE.
Oh, they have no idea.
He's not even.
It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, they just mopped them all up. And Chipper Hippo does find an entry with the Tech 9. Fast alive is Annika, and he's dead to Leak. And there we have it, all tied up at 4-4.
This E-Box player has 2 rounds in a row just dismantled the team, and now like Project SNOOZE can't go anywhere.
I mean, the best part about that play as well is they don't spot Example's push.
Yeah,
so he can now do that strategy again in a gun round if he so chooses.
Yeah, it's like a second option for them. But equal in the server now, 4-4. Project SNOOZE is going to be dangerously close to a save round soon, and yeah, unless they take this round, I'm going to see AIMERLEGION could be taking the lead on CT side, which is honestly going to feel so good on this map.
Yeah, definitely. And as I said already, Westy, big impact, but it's Hoji with an AWP of his own to open proceedings. Example has been punished early. And actually, I think that's the first time Project SNOOZE have bagged themselves an opening kill in a little while.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's a confidence builder.
Yeah, and they've slowed down now. They split themselves up, and they've taken a bit of a calmer approach to the round. We've seen them push kind of early on so far, so they've seemed to have a bit of comms come through. Hey guys, let's take that small win and try and convert it into something. Try and play to an advantage on a site, throw some util out, make some noise, and you can see there's 3 men stacked up towards B, only 1 defending A.
Yeah, they almost had this done perfectly, but they've taken a little bit too long to hit A. There was 3 CTs on B for quite a while, but with Chippo Hippo throwing only a couple of pieces of util out of B main so far, AIMERLEGION have realized, hey, something's up. They've not executed yet, and with that, they're actually gamble rotating back over to A, and this is the perfect read with only 25 seconds left. It's going to be a 4 versus 3, and there's a rear flank coming in from Archer Ace. Now, Archer, unfortunately, does go down to Annika in a mess of a timing, and they will be rotating over to the now completely undefended B bomb site. They should get there just in the nick of time. AIMERLEGION realize what's up. They could choose to save this round, but it looks like they might want to still give it a crack, as we've got Leak and Westy rotating on over, and Wolfie is now joining the pack.
Yeah, it's not much util left on AIMERLEGION's side as well. Only a flash and two frags. I don't think that they're going to be very confident in taking this back. So yeah, is going to be the save. I mean, they've got healthy wallets. You might as well keep them, right? You don't have really too much to lose from giving this one up, and I think you just take the L as they have done. Project SNOOZE, I don't know, like, if it wasn't for that pick on Archer Ace, I don't know if that was an opportunity that they could have seized right there.
No,
so
that was a round-changing kill right
bad
there.
timing, because he's pulling out to flash, because he knows the team's there, but that swing, and I can't remember who it was that swung on him, such a crucial moment. That's such a small little detail there that's completely flipped the round on its head. Especially when it was a good read from AIMERLEGION to rotate over to B. A, sorry.
No, you're right. It was the perfect gamble from AIMERLEGION. Just all off the back of... Well, I guess we can now compliment them on being that little bit slower, because it paid absolute dividends right when it mattered most. But we've got our first tactical timeout of the tournament here. I believe that will be on the side of AIMERLEGION. So it's 3 tac timeouts in regulation and 1 in overtime is current ruling. As I mentioned earlier, there are no overtimes in this group stage. They are just playing for a win or a draw. But yeah, I think it's a nice moment to just get their heads back in gear. They lose a round, I would say, a little bit unexpectedly, and their momentum has finally been quelled. On the flip side, that tactical timeout will break any momentum that their opponents in Project Snooze might have been able to gain. So, so it's a tactical timeout, I would say.
Yeah, there's layers to it, isn't there? But yeah, I guess, what do you think about, what do you think they're talking about? We're basically even. I guess they probably just wanted to discuss what went wrong there, because that was ultimately a recipe for success.
Oh, no,
in
example.
Project Snooze. That was a lot of damage for the molly. Well placed.
1 damage on that Molotov. He just didn't look like he knew where he wanted to finish. I think he tried to go for the faster paced play, but that Molotov indicated that he was in trouble if he dropped water. But hold on a minute, the B bomb site might be in trouble. They're gearing up for a potential split here, but look at this push from Wolfie. I like this constant aggression and pushing from AIMERLEGION. Wolfie will find that kill, and that now stumps Project Snooze, and the gamble rotation again starts towards B.
Leak. Gets one, gets the second one. That's so crucial. They're smoked off a main as well. There's only one left on site defending. Or actually, 3 of them rotate over. And it's actually Project Snooze that have got a couple back. It's only one left alive though. Chippo, bombs down. And they must know where he is.
Yeah, he's going to have to pull off a 1 versus 3 here, and especially with that smoke coming in, it's not going to be easy. He's got 1 flashbang left. They've not tapped the bomb yet. I don't think he realizes that, though, so they see his traces through the smoke. An example will dispatch of him, and with that, it will be AIMERLEGION tying us up at 5-5. We are neck and neck coming into the final 2 rounds of this first half.
Leak holding down Dutler really well. 2 swung through E-Box and he just mowed them down, and then that just kind of left the rest of the team pretty much in dire straits with the rotation as well.
You could say that it left a bit of a leak in their attack. We're starting strong today, guys. We're starting strong.
It's too early.
I got 2 sides out of 3. I was quite impressed with that. But either way, Project Snooze, well, they won't be sleeping on the job.
I'll be looking for revenge at some point. I don't know.
Oh, hold on a minute, though. Wolfie, very aggressive, but can't see any of the T's. Now, they catch the AWP out in the middle of nowhere, and no trade from the Carpets player. This is madness. A Molotov kill from Chippo Hippo. Wesley was blinded, couldn't see what was going on. This is a manic round. Both sides charging each other down. Project Snooze, if they want to, they can run A through CT. But look at this. Snow is keeping them preoccupied with flashbangs. One person, at least, does have the right idea. It's Archer Ace, again, in the right position, making the call to rotate early, and Project Snooze will get caught out if they push CT straight away.
Absolute chaos. Water, just everyone falling. And now it's just completely silent. Slowed down with a bit of a hesitation onto where they want to go. It's going to be B-site, but Leak's holding this mid. He's going to get even more for himself. Gets one and rotates, gets the second one, almost gets the third. James are left on half HP, he's left in a 3v1, and they tried to make a rotation back towards A, but I mean they're spread across sites, so they're spread across the map, so you know, AIMERLEGION not giving them any options no matter what they decided to do, and Leak just holding a fort down in mid. Yeah,
Leak's multi-kills have been so perfect these last couple of rounds. You saw the spray down. You see that little flanking through middle, and now Archer Ace gets a freebie onto James. The one silver lining is that they do get the bomb plant, which will help out their limping economy. We will have a decent buy from Project Snooze coming into this final round. ROG might need a little bit of help. We might not see an AWP coming in either. But yeah, AIMERLEGION, I am very impressed at the turnaround that we've seen from them. And if they can pick up this final round of the half, they will somehow be going into the lead.
Yeah, 7-5 off on CT. That's great. And we kind of spoke about that it is a puggy team, but you've got some experienced players there. You've also got half the main roster, so there's some experience going into these rounds where they're able to give that direction to the rest of the team. And yeah, the experience for me in their decision making and the way that they rotate. Project Snooze trying to throw them off the scent a lot of the times, and they've read it every time. And even if it's not a rotation that's successful, it's just individual skill that comes through the players as well. So it's such a mismatch of things.
Oh, not again! Surely not another double kill from Leak. This man has had a 2K. 3 rounds in a row, and all of them have been so detrimental to anything that Project Snooze has been trying to pull out. No third for him, but Hoji Has
It's low,
only
though.
managed to bring it back to a 2 versus 3, and his help is very low.
Yeah, 3v2, but I don't think that they can kind of confidently take sight. Yeah, the bomb plant comes down after the smoke. Example, making an example of Hoji, already low on HP, and now it's just Chippo Hippo with the responsibility of defending site, only going to get a trade back. And that is a 7-5 half for AIMERLEGION.
Very, very impressive stuff. It was looking pretty rough at the start of this match, but they evened things up with a 4 streak of their own. And yeah, they've just not really allowed Project Snooze anything since. They get one round where 1 kill was the entire difference maker, and then they decide to save with 3 people. But yeah, I think that was the right decision from AIMERLEGION. They had all the guns they could have ever wanted coming into the next round, and they just mopped the floor with Project Snooze. I really hope that they're able to find their footing come this second half, because as we said, this is a 1 seed gap. It's a very important game for this group. I would love to see a very competitive fight right up until the end of this map.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of the 3 rounds that Snooze have were actually just the conversion from the pistol rounds.
So I am going to interrupt you for a second. What is this pistol round strategy from AIMERLEGION? They've got 4 guys sitting in T-spawn and 1 guy exploring sort of over to the A side of the map. We got James are actually pushing out B with the dual Berettas here. He's not seen any of them yet, but they're still not moving. Are they just waiting for contact towards A before they... No? Okay, they're just running out towards B now. It's going to be a 4 versus 3 as they dive on through. Jamsa with the dual Berettas, Annika with the USP at range. Mop up whatever that disaster of a strategy was for AIMERLEGION. And yeah, well, we're left in a 2v5.
It's like old school COD, guys. Camp the corner. They'll come by. It's okay. That's a strategy that they're gambling on working once, and it's like if they can, to be fair to them, if it works and they can convert a kill or 2, then they're going with like a pretty good advantage, maybe into double digits. But yeah, I mean, instead they're just getting massacred at the door, and Project Snooze, they just.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was a massacre at B main. My one explanation for whatever that strategy was is they've done a little bit of demo reviewing of some of these players, and maybe one of the defenders likes to push B main for information. And as you said, they get that opening kill, then they charge into B. They're a man down. Maybe things go a little bit better.
What's the only explanation? Because they're just hiding a corner. So
well, yeah, like
it's like, what are they waiting for? If not an aggressive CT.
The answer is an early demise. That's what they were waiting for.
I think you do like to see a lot of flanks on this map, and they're probably anticipating that.
But in the meantime, AIMERLEGION, they've actually gone for the force buy here, despite not getting a bomb plant. We've got 3 Tech 9s, a Mac 10, and a Deagle. And we only have a single mid defender right now in Hoji. He's at the right range for a fight like this. I tell a lie, he's actually just left mid entirely, and now Annika has quite the task on his hands, does not get a single player, but thankfully, Snow is there for a 3k mop-up. Great 1D from Archer Ace, but Hoji is an unexpected entity now in a 1 versus 3 is Archer Ace. I have a feeling this might well be a Project Snooze round and an equalizer. Let's see if Jamsa is able to shut this one down. Or if Archer Ace gives himself quite a nice shot at the round. No, he pulls his butterfly knife out. And there we have it, 7-7.
Can't be pulling your knife out in a 3v1. I feel like you have to be alert there. But yeah, that pistol round gamble doesn't pay off, and now Snooze is going to be taking probably another 3 rounds at the start of the half. But I mean, if it follows suit from last half, it's just a matter of time, maybe before AIMERLEGION get themselves back on their feet. But yeah, it's a weapon advantage shutout. An attempt to A didn't really work out with the 3k from Snow as well when you press it to C. But a slower round. Oh wait, where did he shoot him from?
What a 1D to start the round though. The connector player decapitated before he can even realise what has happened. And with that, okay, AIMERLEGION, they got aim in their name and aim in their game. Project Snooze do still have a heavy advantage here, but that's still a confidence builder. That's still a nice shot in chat.
It's going to feel good hitting that on land.
Absolutely. I say Wolfie.
Bit of a middle water pusher playing slow, but no one's defending mid at the minute. And A could be right for the taking. Chipova's going to push up now. But it might be too late. They've gained enough ground to at least get a bomb plant down, which is what you can ask for in a...
Only they knew B
rounds.
was empty, though. If they'd have gone Temple, this could have been their round, but now they're walking straight into the staggered 3. Hold on a minute! They do a lot of damage here. Just a Glock on Archerace, though, but he's trying to whittle down that ammunition on Chippo Hippo. He's forced to reload, but he's not close enough to grab the bomb. Still a 2 versus 2, though, and Archerace does have that FAMAS in tow.
Flank from Hoji.
Yeah,
they don't know he's here.
Perfect. OG.
Whoa!
Chippo Hippo!
What?
Is that a collateral? It's a collateral 1 tap with an M4. Okay, well, that's one way of shutting the round down. So Project Snooze,
It must have been a 1 tap because I didn't hear any gunfire. It was just a 1 bullet.
Yeah, that was clean as you like. Through one head, out the other. And, well, that's finally a round streak again for Project Snooze.
Yeah, but a full buy of AKs now. This is the round that matters. You know, I think this is going to give you the momentum for the rest of the game. Yuto flying out, Chippo doing a little bit of damage to example as he flies past water. But yeah, a lot of noise being made across the map, nothing really kind of coming of it. Wolfie taking a bit of a waltz over there.
I think one interesting thing to note about Project Snooze's CT side is that they've been a lot less aggressive than AIMERLEGION were. They've been playing a more passive line, and Wolfie punishes Chippo Hippo, who is, I'm messing up his name, Chippo Hippo, who's 19 in 10, by the way. He has been the top performer for his team and on the server, so that is an impressive scalp to take. Impressive nade as well. Example on 3 HP, Wolfie 13, almost taking out 2 with that single frag grenade. Yeah, this is going to be a tough round for both teams right now. AIMERLEGION, they do have the man advantage, but it's Project Snooze with the health.
Oh, amazing volley from Luke.
It's another dink landed, though. Look at the health on this AIMERLEGION side.
It's open. James is dead. Their Yuto's gone. They're forced to probably save.
Oh, but if only they knew. If only they knew the HP buzz. One singular bullet could take down 3 players right now. I mean, we saw 2 in 1 in the last round. What's to say we couldn't get a conga line of kills in this one?
Yeah, it was a good push up from Wolfie up towards E-Box. Did get the pick onto, it was Chippo, wasn't it? And then James is kind of left to defend site alone. It was just a wraparound and a slow play from AIMERLEGION. But yeah, once again, the weapons come in and they're able to show what they can do on T-sides.
I mean, it's a great overwhelming there from AIMERLEGION. As soon as they get that first kill, they capitalize moving forward. Also, one thing, this is the first time I've ever casted with the new bomb effect. The new bomb effect is crazy.
Do you know, I did just notice that, thinking, what? I've not casted since the last patch, so like I had no idea.
No, it's
like
feels
maybe the observer's got some like nice graphics or. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, if you've not casted since the last patch, basically the bomb is no longer a flat circular radius. If you're standing behind a wall, you now take less damage than if you were standing in a doorway that's visible from where the bomb was planted. So it's some new fancy tech that Valve have cooked up. It makes maps like Inferno a lot easier to save on, as Hoji ensures that League will not be saving anything in this round.
Okay. Oh
that's a big whiff, though, and he's going to be displeased with that one, to say the least. 4 versus 4 for now, but mid, the offensive has been staved off, and now we have a 2-2 split from Project Snooze.
Archerace reading this wraparound. They're going to be running into each other right now, but it's going to be a 1v1. Is this peak going to come through? They are expecting some form of rotation. Archerace holding this angle. I don't think he's going to be able to see James before he sees him. Archerace is going to fall.
Quite literally as well. He fell off the angle.
Yeah, it's going to turn a few heads. Yeah, they rotate back through water. Are we going to get a sight flank from them? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a lose-lose for AIMERLEGION in this position. But we do have that mid player as well.
No, I would say with this mid player, this is fantastic. It's a good B split. The only thing they need to be aware of is the fact that there are 2 players B main, and I think that's probably the best position they could be playing from right now. We just need Chippo Hippo not to go down to this temple peak. Instead, he's the one doing all the damage. Example taken very low. Molotov comes in an attempt to deny the plant. In fact, no, he holds on to it a little bit longer. That will be a difficult plant spot to deal with. The Molotov still actually lands in the right place, but this should now be a good round for Project Snooze. AIMERLEGION needed at least 1 kill to make this doable, but you never know.
He's doing so much damage to that smoke. Buying time for that rotate is going to come through. Snow looking for the wraparound towards E-Box. And he's so accurate, but he's not getting the kills. And it's now AIMERLEGION just taking complete control. It's Hoji with an AWP, and I don't know if they're going to be feeling like going for that.
Well, I'm going to have to roll back my statement there, don't I?
Yeah, I will. The way I see it is, the Project Snooze are in a better position. AIMERLEGION have the entry into site, but then the options kind of dwindle because they're just kind of surrounded. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, they had that mid player, that mid control, so something could have happened there. So they had options. But yeah, B site didn't seem to work out for them.
But no, B-site worked out perfectly for the AIMERLEGION boys. They take it for free, and then that smoke grenade that they deploy in order to keep Chippo Hippo at bay, it works perfectly again. He's not able to find that crucial bomb denial frag. His Molotov doesn't do anywhere near enough damage fast enough to spur the bomb planter to get off. Hoji misses an opening kill in this instance, which would be a nice extra bonus for AIMERLEGION. Not that they needed too much help in this round, given they're up against 4 pistols, and that saved AWP. Westy, as long as he doesn't go down here untraded. Okay, we're fine. Leak is back with a 3K.
Thank God for Leak.
Yeah, shout out Leak.
Shout out Leak for that one.
Multi-kill mayhem from the man.
We were kicking a field goal with those bullets right there at the start. I don't know.
So he was panicking. He was going to lose his job. That's what's happening in his head. Oh, hello. Archer Ace, you saw the guy? No? Okay, fair enough.
That was minuscule timing, if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, he didn't clock the fact that the AWP was having a cheeky peeking towards me, but it's very important that Hoji stays alive here. It would be a huge blow to their economy if they weren't able to save that over. Hold on a minute. Anika's been completely overlooked in heaven. He doesn't have a defuse kit. Oh. No. Well, Hoji's at least drawing all the attention towards himself. And it looks like the Heaven player is going for the defuse. No! He actually could have stuck it! I lied. The Rifler is back in time, and it's Leak to pick up a 4K. And, oh no. Oh dear, Hoji's dead to Wolfie, and that's actually an AWP retrieved. I lied. It was almost an AWP retrieve for the T side. But honestly, the way that they've been playing, I feel like they don't really need an AWPer on this T side.
I'm not really sure what to make of it, I'll be honest. AIMERLEGION, they're just aiming.
Now that is the analysis that
I'm here for. Yeah, they're winning these fights. It's these crucial fights. They're gaining themselves ground in places. I mean, the Westy Leak combo that was almost disastrous because they both went down to low HP, but we managed to clear them up. But
I think adding Westy to that combo is generous. Leak did a lot of the heavy lifting there.
It was warning shots from Westy.
He was just showing what was going to happen if they didn't.
I've heard UK CS players, refer to trading as just baiting,
right?
Where you just go in, fire shots, die, and it's actually a bait for the second player. But
I mean, hey, whatever it was, it ended well for them. It is unfortunate though. I just felt like there should have been enough bullets from Project Snooze to at least get 1 kill out of that debacle. But in the meantime, they've taken a fair bit of grenade damage. But yeah, well, Jameser does not give a damn. Entries or opens the round up onto Westy. And gets another opportunity there. Good stuff from Chippo Hippo, but Example and Wolfie back in with a kill apiece. And now another 3 versus 3 retake is underway.
Once these smokes dissipate, there's going to be nothing left for them to use on site. Anika does get 1. Wolfie's low. Ultra's holding E-Box. Does get Anika through the wall on the collateral, but they're getting ground on the site.
Yeah, the time is ticking.
They're gonna have to
There are
force
no defuse kits.
Oh,
It's gonna be tough.
He gets a second one. It's a 1v1. Gonna fake plan. Oh, he reads it well. He's gonna peek. Ah,
He's run
really
out of time,
nice.
though. There's no
Yeah.
time left for Snow to get the defuse. So as you said, he plays it well. If he did have that kit, then that is a 1 round. But unfortunately, there just wasn't the money for it. And there we have it, 11-8 for the AIMERLEGION boys. They are the highest seed, but I didn't expect them to be able to streak this many convincing rounds together. It's been quite a streaky game.
Yeah, I mean, 6 of their 8 rounds on SNOOZE's side have been pistol round conversions.
Yeah, which
Haven't
is
they?
crazy, actually. 2 gun rounds for them in their entire run so far.
Entire stint. And that actually, like, you look at 8 rounds, you think, wow, that's great. But the advantage that they've had in 6 of those makes you think, actually, I mean, AIMERLEGION have got those 11 rounds in the comeback from those conversions. So this is a massively AIMERLEGION-sided game for me.
No, I agree. But also, Project Snooze have been really dropping the ball right at the end of a couple of these gun rounds as well. It's not like they're the significantly weaker team. Yes, they've been outplayed in a couple of these rounds, but I really feel like we should be seeing Project Snooze at 11 instead here.
Yeah, it's been one decision. That's all it takes for players at this level as well. Let's talk it down to some things, but it's a best of 1, like you say. You know, there's not much room for adjustment. There's not much opportunity to adapt in these situations.
Yeah, there's not much room for adjustment and not much room for that 5-7 to move either. Molotovs on both sides, taking a range duel with just a pistol. Hold on a minute. Example, a little bit overzealous, I would say, pushing down a 5-7. But I mean, this should be a mop-up round for AIMERLEGION here. Maybe Project Snooze send in a couple of their pistol players to do damage, maybe steal a weapon away. But this is going to be our first match point of the day.
Yes, indeed. Bit of a steep slope to climb for Project Snooze. They opt to save now so that they're not low for match point. But yeah, I mean, just in a flash, we're at match point, first match point of EPIC48. And I think we picked a good game. We made a good choice.
I've enjoyed myself, and I've enjoyed working with you as well. It's been a pleasure. Well, it's not over yet, though.
Not over yet.
It's only 12-8. And, oh, okay, that's another kill there for James. But and he does pick up the gun as well. So there are 3 AKs on this CT side, despite it being a lost round in favour of AIMERLEGION. But they got a clawback 4 here. There is no winning anymore for the CT side, but they can still pull off a draw, which would be incredibly valuable against a higher seeded opponent than themselves.
Yeah, it's almost like a statement for the group, for them, and for what they want to achieve at LAN as well. So they've just started up their ESEA Season 58 season with a win, kicking it off. Got a couple of matches next week, I believe. And so I'm sure that this LAN for them is about reps and experience as well as a team.
Oof. Well, Leek is going to be disappointed to be on the receiving end of that wall bang 1-tap through the door.
Happens to the best of us.
That's an experience he probably would have rather avoided. But 4 versus 4 now, as Project Snooze have a 1-man A-site lean, and they're ship walking out. He spots the first. The Wolfie instantly in with a trade, and that's the mid-rotation dead as well. This is looking very, very solid for AIMERLEGION. They're going to have to go for it on the side of Jameser and Chippo Hippo, as much as Chippo Hippo has been very consistent throughout this game. Don't know if he's got it in him here as Wolfie's watching down the doorway. In fact, it's a 2-man hold. The spray is not going to be enough to convert, though. Wolfie runs out of ammo. 1 versus 1 now. This is for survival in the first game of the day. Jameser hunting down where this last person may be hiding, but he has no idea that it's the site itself concealing him. Example, just dancing around Cake in the middle of the bomb site. And with that grenade, he's going to know exactly where Jameser is defusing from. Oh, almost runs out of time to get that kill, but it will be Example to shut things down. That is a 6-round streak to finish the game and a 13-8 victory for our wonderful friends over at AIMERLEGION.
What an entertaining game from AIMERLEGION. They got their rifle rounds basically through and through. That's what the whole game's been, and yeah, I think it's really down to a few shortcomings from the side of Project Snooze, but really entertaining match for me, and what a game to kick off the LAN as well.
Yeah, thank you very much to everyone who joined us for this opening game. I'd say that was a pretty exciting one, and as much as the scoreline did get a little bit away from Project Snooze by the end of it, as you said, the rounds themselves were very close. It was just AIMERLEGION coming over the line, especially in those gun rounds. And that looks good for them going into the rest of their matches today, especially if they're in that level of form for the 10 a.m. starts. So 10 a.m., 9 a.m. starts in the UK scene, they've been very critical of them before. Various social media posts that I don't need to bring up now. But yeah, either way, this has been a very entertaining. And how was your first LAN game?
It was good. Bit sad that it was on Anubis, but we can move on from that.
I'm going to
You know,
turn
we
you
can.
into an
There's
Anubis
still hope
lover.
for Aim Legion's game later as well. As being the second one that I'll probably cover, but I think it was fun. I think expectations wise, it was kind of as I
Sure.
anticipated. But this is early group stage of the LAN. I'm sure that it's going to pick up as the day goes on, as the weekend goes on. So I'm only going to get more excited, I think. But yeah, what a good start! A
Excellent.
good start for me.
No. And
And
one more
thank you to
thing.
you.
Oh, and thank you to you. It's
Yeah.
been a pleasure. And one more thank you. Shout out to ROG for sponsoring this year's CS2 tournament. It is an absolute pleasure to have them on board. And it's going to be an absolute pleasure to hand over to our next pair of casters who will be running you through game 2. For the moment, though, I've been Sneaky Beaky. This has been Zach. And thank you very much for joining us.